everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Ford of Flemington to take a look at a brand new 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is the base select trim with E all-wheel drive in grabber blue. So let's dive into this all-electric Mach-E, find out what it brings to the table in this electrified vehicle market, and let's dig in. All right, the front end of this grabber blue Mach-E, we got no grille, obviously. It's an electric car, except for the functionality on the bottom, as you need airflow to keep that lithium-ion batteries cool while the car is moving down the road. We have the black pony in the middle, LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED turn signals on the front of this Mach-E. Let me know what you think about it in the front in the comments. Wheel and tire setup on this Mach-E. We have an 18-inch gunmetal gray wheel, pony badge in the center cap, standard brake and rotor package. These wheels are wrapped in Michelin Primacy Tour all-season tires, 225 on the width, a 60 series sidewall, 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Full side profile on the Mach-E. The grabber blue is a great color on this vehicle, but it's an SUV, and it doesn't look like a Mustang. Let's be honest, this is an SUV. Ford slapping the Mustang name on there just to give it some oomph to get the sales up. That's at least my view, but it is an electric SUV. Charge port doors up on the left side. Mach-E 4 is down on the bottom left of the front door, and of course E4 meaning electric all-wheel drive. Flat black around the wheel wells and along the bottom of the door sills, but overall SUV type shape. It looks pretty good. Let me know what you think in the comments. Moving in closer, here's your charge port door. We'll talk about all that action in a few minutes. Gloss black on the side view mirror, LED turn signals. We do have 360-degree cameras in this. There's your Mach-E 4 badge down there on the bottom of the door. The door handles, instead of being on the door, they are right here. You push this little button and you pull the handle on the front door. And here on the back door, you push the little button, then you have to grab the back of this and yank it open. So no door handles, make the car slide through the air better and extend that range. We do have a spoiler that comes off the roof, which is nice. And then we got grabber blue up top with a gloss black shark fin antenna. And this particular Mach-E does not have a sunroof. Rear end of the Mach-E, well, we have that wiper on the bottom of the glass instead of tucked up underneath. Not sure if they could have fit it, because that roof spoiler is pretty skinny up there. But we have the black pony on the tailgate. We have LED lighting in the back, including the turn signals, which are sequential, just like a Mustang. And actually with the four-ways on, they look pretty darn cool, frankly. And then down below, we have the flat black on the bumper area. We have the backup lights right down there underneath the license plate, just like a Mustang. But overall, the back looks probably as Mustang-esque as you're going to get in a Mach-E. Under the hood of the Mach-E, look what you get. There is no engine, of course, no batteries, no motors to look at. You got a nice big front-mounted trunk that holds a good amount of space down there. If you look how far my arm goes down, really, really nice area for storage. And in case somebody gets stuck in here, they have this, if I can show it to you, this little button here that has a guy going, "Ah, get me out, get me out." That's a cute little touch there. But that's what you get when you open the hood on a Mach-E. You get an extra trunk for some extra storage, bags, food, beers, whatever you want to put in there. I think it's a nice touch. All right, opening up that charge port door, really easy. Just push on it, out it comes. And here's our charging action. Here's our level 2. Here's the DC fast charger. Before we get into the charge times and all that good stuff, what are we looking at here? The Mustang Mach-E electronic all-wheel drive has a 70 per kilowatt hour, 413 volt lithium-ion battery, 266 horsepower, 428 pound-feet of torque. The batteries and the electric motors are mated to a 1-speed automatic transmission. Now, charging times, total range, 224 miles on a full charge. Level 2 charger at home, you're looking at about 8 hours for a full charge. DC fast charger, 10% to 80% in about 45 minutes. And that roughly represents 202 miles of range in that 45-minute time period. MPGEs, 99 in the city, 86 on the highway, 93 combined. All right, before we get into the interior of this Mach-E, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this beautiful grabber blue Mach-E cost? Well, MSRP, the way this Mach-E Select E all-wheel drive is optioned, total MSRP, $50,295. There are no options on this. That is a base price plus your destination and delivery, and that is it. So everything I'm going to show you in here is standard equipment in the Mach-E Select entry-level trim. Starting with the footbox, nice large dead pedal, brake and accelerator, carpeted floor mats. We do have a plastic Mustang door sill plate in flat black to welcome you to the car. Seats, what do we have here? We have power seats with lumbar for the driver, manual assist for the front passenger. Then we have black seats with the leather. This is not real leather, it's leatherette or whatever you want to call it, but it's black with the white stitching. Nice design, nice headrests. The bolstering is nice but not too crazy. It's a nice looking interior here in this Mach-E. Door panel action, soft touch up top, flat black around the switchgear. Again, more of that stitching on the semi-soft armrest. So it's looking good. Nice looking door panel on the Mach-E. We move over to the dash. We have this recycled material type stuff in here. It's like plastic, but it feels kind of sandpapery, kind of strange. Then we have some brushed aluminum trim, 2 heat and air vents, this plastic-y looking trim here, which kind of breaks up all the black, which I like. And then you have more of that leatherette with the stitching. And then down below, nice large glove box. Infotainment system, here's this gigantic 15.5-inch vertically mounted Ford Sync 4 infotainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, nav, as you can see, nice, Wi-Fi hotspots, all the action in here, Bluetooth your phone, nav, you got the media, there's your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you go to entertainment, you got YouTube, NBC News, NBC Today. You can also got games like Sudoku, jigsaw puzzles, bridge. I mean, they got you covered here in this baby. And then you can come right over here, and here's where you have your vehicle controls, where you can put your Mach-E into different drive modes, such as whisper, very quiet, engage, a little bit nice, or unbridled, totally maniac drive, whether you want a one pedal drive or not, propulsion sound on or off, auto brake hold on or off, a comm screen or not. So they got all sorts of action. Pop the hood right there, pop the tailgate, all the other controls right around here, looking good. And come back here. You can turn off motion sensors. I'm not going to do that right now. And then we have all sorts of action going on, things buzzing, things reminding you, nannies all over the place. Down below here you have more of your different kind of menus. If you want to do a little bit of a sketch, you can just hit that and then draw your sketch just like that, all set, ready to rock and roll. You can save it or you can just ditch it. But they got all sorts of action going on this thing. Here's your charging right here. You pop that up and then it's going to tell you all the charging action you got. Right now we get 55% battery in this car. So they got all sorts of action going on in here for sure. Down below here you have your, turned the car back on, it turned off on me. I didn't even notice. That's what happens when you don't have an engine running. Now we get more alarms. We got our dual climate control action right here, where you can go in here and change what do you want to have it on, and you want to sync them together. You're all set. We're putting on some AC. All of a sudden it got really hot out. Here's your volume control, big knob right here for your radio and whatnot. So if we go into reverse, here's our backup camera and our 360 camera with trajectory, looking good. And you can go ahead and change your camera views however you want to do it. So you're all set there. And of course this bottom screen stays the same with your climate control, which I like. So it's just not a big blank area. So nice looking backup camera here in this Mach-E. Down further, we have action down below. We got a USB-C, USB-A, wireless charging pad right here. Hard to see it, but there it is. Come back further down here, you got 2 cup holders. You got your Ford key fob. Looks the same as every other Ford on the planet. Unlock, lock, pop the tailgate, panic button, Mustang on the back. Here we go. 4-way hazards. Here's your parking assist, electric parking brake. Here's your dial to go to your different gears for this 1-speed transmission. And then again, you get more of this leatherette with stitching rather than gloss black plastic, which I like. Same with the armrest, which is nice and soft. And then in here, we have a nice area for storage, a 12-volt with some felt lining, so nice job. Mach-E steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. The Mustang pony in black in the middle, some gloss black down below, flat black on the switchgear. On the left, you have your cruise control action. Right here, on the right, you have your telephone and voice commands. No paddles. On the left here, we're going to go ahead and hit our bright lights or our turn signals, and then we have our front and rear wipers over here. Down below here, you got action going on. You have your, got to get it in a little bit closer so you can see better. So there you go. You got your max air. You have your adjustments for your headlights, brighten and dim the dash, traction control off. This is a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. And then we move to our digital dash. And it's long, but it's really skinny. It's a skinny little thing. And it gives you basic information that you want to see, which I think looks cool. Overhead console action. We have LED lighting in here. You want the lights to come on and off when you open and close the door. Don't change any of the buttons. Just leave them the way they are, all off. And then when you pop the door, you get a nice chime, and then the lights come. Close the door. They all dim out in a second or two. There it goes. Spot for your shades. Sun visor with vanity and lighting. Pop it over. Does it slide? Yes, it does, to block out the side sun. Nice. Getting in the back seat of this Mach-E, I have that driver's seat set for my driving position. So we'll head on in. Watch your head. Low bridge on the roof. Now we're in. Nice amount of legroom. Nice material on the back, no plastic. We do have our seat pocket behind the driver and front passenger seat, which is nice. Down below, 2 heat and air vents, USB-A, USB-C. And then the door panel, same nice use of materials and design. Here's the front door panel looking nice. The back door panel looking good as well. And the back seat, same nice black design with the stitching and the patterns. Nice headrest, looking good. Nice use of materials in here. We move the armrest down, nice and soft. 2 cup holders. They got you covered in the back of this Mach-E, and it's actually quite nice. But with this sloping roof, when you're a tall person like I am, I don't know if I'm tall, but in my book I'm tall, at 5'11", you're going to have to duck your head to get into the back of this thing. You're going to whack it. Just keep that in mind. All right, now we're going to take a look at the cargo area. So to pop the tailgate, just come to the back, right above the license plate area. Just reach on in. There's a button. Push it. Lift up, nice and light, and up it goes. No electric assist on the select trim. And now we got a nice deep cargo area in here. I really like how deep it is. As you can see, it comes down a few inches from the loading area up top here. So nice and deep. Nice area with back seats up. We got the 12-volt going in the back for power. We got some lighting with that blue horse in the middle, which is nice. And some tie downs, some extra side pockets on either side, which is nice. And then as we open this up, we got storage and a fix-a-flat, which means no spare. So now, to get the back seats down from the cargo area, not a problem. Just lean forward, reach in, push the button, throw them down. Throw them down. Now, we have even more space with those rear seats down, but we see we have a kick up. But Ford has thought about that, and you can just take this out and adjust the floor. See if I can do this with one hand. And now, it's flat. Sorry about the delay there, folks, but I'm trying to film and talk and maneuver stuff all at once. But now we're even on the floor by just adjusting that floor up. So the floor can go up or it can go lower if you have taller items you need to sneak in here, because it isn't all that tall. So that's a good piece of engineering by Ford. All right, here's the window sticker for this 2023 Mustang Mach-E Select E all-wheel drive 5-passenger. So feel free to pause the video, check out everything that's in this vehicle, and now let's take her out for a spin. All right, we are in this 2023 Mach-E Select, and the first thing that really impresses me is how much standard equipment you get in this Mach-E for your standard price. Obviously EVs aren't cheap, but 50 grand, you get some pretty cool stuff. You get this whole big 15.5 inch Sync 4 with all the action in it. You know, you're missing heated seats, heated steering wheel, ventilated seats, but you got the dual climate, you got your hookups, you got your wireless charging. They put a lot of nice stuff in here for a entry-level trim. You're getting some good value in this Mach-E for that purpose. So we're in Unbridled, which we're going to check out in a minute. But like any EV, this Mach-E is pretty heavy because all those batteries laying low, which lowers the center of gravity, makes the vehicle handle better. And now, of course, we have the electronic all-wheel drive in here, which means we've got electric motors on the front and the rear axles to push this car down the road even faster. And certainly it doesn't have the horsepower that the Mach-E GT does, but why would it? It's got enough for sure, and plenty of torque to get this car up to speed, no problem. But it is solid. It is really built well. And you close the door in here, boom, you're in. There's not a lot of outside noise. Now I'm getting jostled around in here a little bit because we're on a really uneven, bumpy as hell backcountry road, but it's nice. And when you take your foot off the accelerator, the car starts slowing itself down so you don't wear the brakes out all to hell, driving like a maniac. But this Mach-E, getting it done. It's getting it done. Now, of course, the range is a little poopy at 224 miles. I'd like to see that around, with the all-wheel drive, I'd like to see that around 250, at least. That way you don't get, you know, range anxiety too badly. We're going to come up here and we're going to do a emergency brake test, and then we'll do an acceleration test back to back. So we're coming up here, we're at about 44, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, we locked up all four wheels. Woo! Would have liked to see that come to a stop easier than locking up the wheels, but let's take off, see what's what. And off we go. Pins you back in the seat with that instant torque from these electric motors, and off you go. I mean, it's not hugely fast, but it's right in there. Gets down the road, piece of cake, easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. So you can't complain too much about that. If you want a weekend toy, buy a Mach-E GT or another brand, Tesla Model S Plaid, spend 100-something grand on it. Then you can hoon it around on the weekend. This Mach-E, everyday EV driving. It's got plenty of power. It's got plenty of features in the base trim. Drives well. Comfortable seats. Handles well. So you really can't do much complaining with this Mach-E action. You're on the back roads of Flemington. At least I can. Now we got a school bus action, so we're going to have to whip around. We're also be stuck behind this school bus the whole time, which is NG. So we'll swing around, take it through the twisty bits a little bit. Let this guy get ahead of us and there's nobody else. Coming up to that turn, on the brakes. Yeah. That's all right. That is all right. And then you got that fake engine noise making you thinking you're in a Mustang. Ah! And you're not. But that's all right. I mean, electric cars are so much fun. Instant torque, ripping you around like a mad dog. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Ooh, spun the wheels a little bit. Woohoo! And off we go. Here in this Mach-E action. So as you can tell, I'm really enjoying this drive. And I'm really enjoying this Mach-E. Ford has put together a solid EV. They really have. And it's fun to drive. And for $50K, the average EV priced at 66 right now and probably climbing. Last time from when the last time I checked was. It's right in there as far as a value buy goes on an all-electric vehicle. For sure. Yeah. That's all right. Slide it around a little bit. So, thumbs up for me on this Mach-E. How do you guys feel about this Mach-E? Now, we know it's not a Mustang. This is an electric SUV. Mustang name to spur on the thought of a Mustang to boost sales. Let's be honest. But it's the Mach-E SUV. And it's a good one. Plenty of room for your passengers up front and in the back. Plenty of cargo space, adjustable floor. You got your big screen if you like these ginormous screens with the Sync 4, wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, USB-A's, USB-C's, wireless charging pad. I mean, they got most of the essentials down, except I would have liked to seen some heated seats, but that's okay. I'm in the Northeast. Not everybody wants those. But if you want heated ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, you can move up in trims and spend some more cash. And that's really up to you. But for a base model with no options on it at all, it's really bringing a lot of value to the table in the EV market. So let me know what you guys think. Mach-E, no Mach-E, going somewhere else, you know, for your everyday EV needs. Tesla, Volkswagen, Chevy Bolt, or the offerings from Hyundai and Kia with the EV6 and Ioniq 5. I mean, there's so many of these things all over the place. You really have your choice of EV if you want to go that electric route and just dive right in to the electric vehicle world. And if you got a charger at home, which I would recommend you have a charger at home, you can charge this overnight when the electric rates are at its cheapest while you sleep. And then in the morning, it's ready for you to rock and roll to go to work, go to school, run errands, whatever you need to do. Road trips could be a little bit more hassle because we got 224 miles of range. So you'll need to plan out that road trip knowing where you're going to be needing to stop and where those EV charging stations are along the way on your road trip, so you don't wig out and, you know, run out of battery juice and get stuck, which would suck. But a little extra planning, a little extra time for charging, and, you know, road trips are possible even in a 224 mile range vehicle. But let me know what you think about this Mach-E Select E all-wheel drive, and let me know where you're going. If you own one of these Mach-E's, let me know how it's been. Let me know how you like it. I'd be curious to hear from you. First time I've ever been in a Mach-E, because frankly right now the 2023s aren't easy to come by. This is the only one at Ciocca Ford of Flemington for sale. That's it. So they're not right now. They're kind of, I guess, a little bit behind on production on Mach-E. But let me know what you guys think. I think we're going to wrap this Mach-E review up right here. So I want to thank Ciocca Ford of Flemington for allowing the channel access to this 2023 Ford Mach-E E all-wheel drive Select for review this afternoon. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing. Turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.